Let me ask you something. When was the last time you woke up, scrolled through your phone, and didn't feel a wave of helplessness, outrage, or grief before even getting out of bed? There's a reason for that, and it's not because you're broken. It's because you're human. You see, we are biological beings, ancient, primal, exquisitely wired for survival. Our five senses, see, hear, smell, taste, and touch, were designed to perceive and respond to immediate threats in our physical surroundings. Just like the deer senses the movement of the predator in the brush, or the bird falls silent at the shift in the wind, our bodies were designed to keep us alive right here, right now. No animal in the wild is worrying about what's happening on the other side of the savannah. The lion doesn't care about the drought 600 miles away. The gazelle isn't grieving over a flood in another ecosystem. Why? Because their survival, like ours, depends on localized awareness. What's in front of them, what they can see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. That's the world their nervous systems were designed to handle. But today, we carry the entire planet's pain in our pockets. We're exposed to war, famine, injustice, natural disasters, everywhere, all day, every day. We are asked and expected to care deeply about every single crisis, or risked being labeled heartless, selfish, or ignorant. There is this strange unspoken hierarchy now, as if the more global suffering you're aware of, the more intelligent or responsible you are. As if empathy is measured by how much pain you can absorb without collapsing. As if not tuning into the 24/7 horror reel makes you an irresponsible citizen, or some kind of privileged, ignorant is bliss ninny who's opted out of caring. But here's the truth. You were not built to carry the weight of the world. Your nervous system wasn't designed for infinite awareness of this physical world. Here, it was designed for intimate awareness. Anthropologist Robin Dunbar found that we are wired to meaningfully connect with about 150 people. Not 1.5 billion, not a million followers, and certainly not the endless stream of tragedies and problems beamed into our devices from every corner of the globe. Psychologists are now speaking openly about vicarious trauma. When constant exposure to others' suffering creates secondary trauma in us, we become anxious, burned out, numb, disillusioned, and we feel like bad people if we look away. But we also feel powerless when we stare for too long. This is the cost of knowing everything, the cost of consuming content that we can't control or contribute to. And here's the paradox. The more overwhelmed we become by the world's problems, the more disconnected we become from the ones that we can actually solve. Your kid's anxiety, your neighbor's isolation, your own body's stress response. So maybe the bravest thing you can do today is not to keep up with every crisis. Maybe it's to shrink your circle of care, to bring your attention back to your own community, your own relationships, your own breath. And not because the rest of the world doesn't matter, but because you do. Let's stop pretending that drowning in every disaster makes us more noble. And let's start recognizing that protecting and regulating our nervous system is an act of wisdom, not weakness. You are not irresponsible for setting boundaries. You are not selfish for tending to your peace. You are not ignorant for choosing sanity over saturation. You are human, and it's okay to act like one. So what do? Am I saying give up on helping other people or caring about what's happening? No. What I'm saying is take inventory of yourself. How are you feeling? Is your nervous system regulated? Is your family and your home in order? Is there peace and calm? How is your neighborhood? How is your community? These are things right in front of us that we can affect. Does it mean that we're not going to care about things happening on the other side of the world that might actually be affecting our household directly? No. But until we are calm, we will not be contributing anywhere in the world. We will just be adding to the chaos. So I'm going to go over 3 grounded action steps that you can take to reclaim your nervous system and redirect your energy where it can actually make a difference, plus a mindset shift that can release any guilt. Number 1, take inventory of your real life circle and engage with it weekly. An action step, make a list of 5 to 10 people in your immediate environment, neighbors, friends, family, elders, or community members who might benefit from connection, support, or a helping hand. Then choose one person per week to check in on. Offer a meal, a walk, help with errands, or just listen. Why it works. Local acts of service regulate your nervous system and create real impact you can see and feel. It's tangible. It reinforces that you do care, just in a way that's sustainable. Number 2, curate your information diet intentionally. Action step, set clear boundaries on your media consumption. Choose 1 to 2 trusted sources to stay informed, local or global, and decide how often you check them, daily, weekly, or even less. Then, replace doom scrolling time with local news, community forums, or in-person events. Why it works? When you reduce the noise, you gain clarity. You start to realize how much of what you were absorbing created anxiety without agency. Now you channel your concern where it counts. And number 3, join or start a hyperlocal initiative. Action step, find or create a community-based initiative that addresses something you care about. School supply drives, women's circles, youth mentorship, local cleanup, food banks, skill shares, etc. Why it works. This shifts you from powerless witness to purposeful participant. It's not about saving the whole world. It's about being a light on your street. And that's the truth. When we try to do everything, we accomplish nothing. And again, we have to ask ourselves, what are we really doing? Are we just emitting anxiety, worry, negative energy, judgment, pointing fingers at who's to fault, what could have been done, what should have been done, what was done wrong, what could be done differently? And lastly, how to let go of guilt. Reminder, feeling guilty for not knowing everything is a byproduct of toxic empathy culture, where knowledge of pain is mistaken for proof of virtue. Again, using that word toxic in a way that is unsustainable, it's poisonous to the system. We all have empathy or the capability of empathy, but these days it's at a toxic level. It's unsustainable. Nervous systems are crashing, communities are falling apart, and unfortunately it's seen as some sort of badge of honor. Here's a simple reframe. I don't have to carry the world to care about it. I serve the whole by starting with my part. You can use a mantra like, my care is not measured by how much I suffer, but by how much I serve. I am allowed to protect my peace and still be a force for good. This is such a huge thing I have seen in my life, and I see with clients that I work with, that somehow suffering, pain, and poverty makes us virtuous, makes us good people. If we are happy, healthy, and wealthy, we must be selfish, and we don't care. But the truth is, sick people can't help sick people. Poor people can't help poor people. Remember, caring for your nervous system is not selfish. It's what gives you the capacity to keep showing up and potentially make you a vessel for big global change.